Hello guys, this is Sachin and I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel. Guys, today I'm going to discuss a very important poem, Ode to the West Wind, which has been written by a very famous romantic writer, P.B. Shelley. Percy Bysshe Shelley, born 1792, died 1822, was a very famous romantic poet, and I have described about him in my earlier lecture about P.B. Shelley, that was the poem Ozymandias. So in the present poem, the poet personifies the west wind. He calls it a destroyer as well as preserver. This wind makes its power felt on land, on sea, and also in the sky. It is uncontrollable. The poet finds in it an objectification of his own revolutionary zeal, so he wants to derive strength from it. He wants his verses to be as powerful as the west wind is. Through his verses, he wants to spread his message of hope to all mankind. This poem shows the poet's great love for liberty and revolution. He wants to become as free and impetuous as the west wind is. The west wind is free to move anywhere it likes. It makes its power felt everywhere. It drives away dead leaves. It spreads dark clouds in the sky. It ruffles the surface of the ocean also. So the poet prays to the west wind to lend him a part of its power. There was a time when the poet too was like the west wind. He was tameless, swift, and proud. But now the weight of years has chained him. He has fallen on the thorns of life and is bleeding. So the poet requests the west wind to lift him like a babe, a leaf, or a cloud. He wants the west wind to blow through his lips and become the trumpet of a prophecy. If winter comes, spring can't be far behind. Now let us discuss the poem in detail, Ode to the West Wind by Percy Bysshe Shelley. Stanza 1. O wild west wind, thou breath of autumn's wing. Wild means bhyanak, aniyantrit. Autumn's wing means patjhad rupi shrir. Thou from whose unseen presence the leaves dead are driven like ghosts from an enchanter fleeing. Unseen presence means adrish roop. Enchanter means tantrik, jadugar. Fleeing means bhagte hue. Yellow and black and pale and hectic red, pestilence-stricken multitudes. Hectic red means गाढ़ा लाल रंग. Pestilence-stricken means किसी महामारी या प्लेग से मरे हुए. Multitudes means लोगों की भीड़. O thou who chariotest to their dark wintry bed. Chariotest means रब दे बांग उठ के ले जाती हुई. Dark wintry bed means हनेरमयी शीतकालीन बिस्तर अर्थात धरती की निचली परत. The winged seeds where they lie cold and low, each like a corpse within its grave, until thine azure sister of the spring shall blow. Winged seeds means हल्के उड़ जान वाले बीज. Thine means आपका. Azure means चमकदे नीले रंग वाली. Her clarion over the dreaming earth and fill driving sweet words like flocks to feed in air with living hues and odors plain and hill. Clarion means शहनाई. Dreaming earth means सुपनियां विच गुआची हुई धरती. Birds means अंकुर. Feed in air means हवा विच इधर उधर घूमना. Living hues means जीव सुंदर रंग. Odor means गंध. Wild spirit which art moving everywhere, destroyer and preserver, here, oh here. Destroyer means vinashak, preserver means rakshak. In the first stanza, the poet describes the power of the west wind on land. He calls the west wind the breath of autumn's wing because this wind starts blowing in the autumn season. The dead leaves fly away in fear from its unseen presence. They are scared of the west wind as ghosts are scared of an enchanter. They turn yellow, black, pale, and hectic red. They look like pestilence-stricken multitudes. The poet says that the west wind drives away seeds and lays them in dark wintry beds. These seeds keep lying there till the spring comes. Then the spring blows her clarion to rouse them from their beds. In simple words, the seeds come up in the spring season. With the coming of the spring, the dreaming earth springs to life. All the plains and hills are covered with sweet hues and odors. Thus, the west wind is a destroyer as well as a preserver. It destroys the old vegetation in order to bring forth the new one. Thou on whose stream mid the steep skies commotion. Steep means ऊंची ढलान. Skies commotion means आकाश में होने वाली उथल पुथल अर्थात हनेरी तूफान. Loose clouds like earth's decaying leaves are shed. Loose clouds means खुले घूमते हुए बादल. Decaying means गले सड़े हुए. Shed means झड़ जाना, गिर जाना. Shook from the tangled boughs of heaven and ocean. Tangled boughs means उलझी हुई टहनियाँ. Shook from the tangled boughs of heaven and ocean means कवि बादलों को आकाश और सागर की उलझी हुई टहनियों से झड़ने वाली चीज़ के रूप में पेश करता है और वैज्ञानिक नज़रिए से ये सही भी है क्योंकि बादल समुद्र से पैदा होते हैं और आकाश में चले जाते हैं जहाँ वो फिर पानी बन के नीचे उतर जाते हैं. Angels of rain and lightning, there are spread on the blue surface of thine airy surge, like the bright hair uplifted from the head. Thine means आपकी. Airy surge means हवा या आकाश में उड़ने वाली लहरें. Of some fierce maenad, even from the dim verge of the horizon to the zenith's height, the locks of the approaching storm. Fierce means भयानक, गुस्से भरा. Maenad means सूर के देवता की दासी अर्थात नर्तकी. डिम वर्ज मीन्स धुंधला किनारा. हॉरिजन मीन्स क्षितिज. जेनिथ मीन्स सिर के ऊपर का आकाश बिंदु अर्थात आकाश का सबसे ऊंचा किनारा. लॉक्स मीन्स जुल्फ, वाल. द डिर्ज ऑफ द डाइंग ईयर टू विच दिस क्लोजिंग नाइट विल बी द डोम ऑफ ए वास्ट स्पल्चर vaulted with all thy congregated might. Dirge means शोक गीत. Closing night means बढ़ती हुई रात. Spulcher means कब्र. Vaulted means भरा हुआ. Congregated might means एकत्र की हुई शक्ति अर्थात पानी की बूंदों का समूह. Of vapors from whose solid atmosphere black rain and fire and hail will burst, O hear. Vapor means पानी की बूंदें. फायर मीन्स बादलों में पैदा होने वाली बिजली. इन दिस स्टांजा द पोइट डिस्क्राइब्स द पावर ऑफ द बेस्ट विंड इन द स्काई. जस्ट एज द बेस्ट विंड ड्राइव्स अवे डेड लीव्स ऑन द अर्थ, सो ऑल्सो इट स्कैटर्स डार्क क्लाउड्स इन द स्काई. These clouds are the angels of rain and lightning. The west wind shakes them off the tangled boughs of heaven and ocean. They are spread from the birds of horizon to the highest point in the sky. They look like the bright hair uplifted from the head of some fierce maenad. The poet calls these clouds the locks of the approaching storm. He calls the west wind the dirge of the dying year. The closing night is like the dome of its vast sepulchre. In this dome, the west wind has congregated all the dark clouds from which rain, lightning, and hail will burst. Now let us read the third stanza. Thou who didst waken from his summer dreams, the blue Mediterranean where he lay, lulled by the coil of his crystalline streams. Mediterranean means भूमध्य सागर. Lulled means गा के सुआया. Crystalline means साफ, पारदर्शी. Besides a pumice isle in Bay's way, and saw in sleep old palaces and towers, quivering within the waves' intenser day. प्यूमिस आइल मीन्स खुरदरे पत्थरों वाला द्वीप. वेई मीन्स इटली का एक प्राचीन तटीय नगर. क्यूवरिंग मीन्स कांपती हुई. इंटेंसर डे मीन्स ज़्यादा तेज रोशनी. All overgrown with azure moss and flowers, so sweet the sense faints picturing them, thou for whose path the Atlantic's level powers. Azure moss means गहरे नीले रंग की काई. अटलांटिक्स लेवल पावर्स मीन्स अंध महासागर का समतल विशाल जल भंडार. Cleave themselves into chasms while far below the sea blooms and the oozy woods which wear the sapless foliage of the ocean. Cleave means फाड़ लेना. चज़म मीन्स गहरी दरारें। सी ब्लूम्स मीन्स सागर के धरातल में उगने वाली वनस्पति। ऊजी वुड्स मीन्स चिकने या चीकट भरे पेड़ पौधे। सैपलेस फोलेज मीन्स रसहीन फूल पत्तियाँ। नो thy voice and suddenly grow grey with fear and tremble and despoil themselves, O hear. नो मीन्स पहचानना, despoil मीन्स लूट लेना अर्थात झड़ जाना। In this stanza, the poet describes the power of the west wind over the ocean. He says that it wakes the blue Mediterranean from its summer dreams. The level waters of the Atlantic cleave themselves into chasms for its path. The west wind makes its power felt not only on the surface of the ocean but at its bottom also. The vegetation growing at the bottom of the ocean also grows grey with fear on hearing its voice. The leaves start trembling and shed themselves. If I were a dead leaf, thou mightest bear. Bear means उड़ा के ले जाना. If I were a swift cloud to fly with thee, a wave to pant beneath thy power. Pant means गहरे लंबे सांस लेना. And share the impulse of thy strength. Impulse means प्रभाव. Only less free than thou, O uncontrollable, if even I were as in my boyhood, and could be the comrade of thy wanderings over heaven. Comrade of thy wandering means घूमने फिरने में आपका साथी. And then when to outstrip thy sky speed scarce seemed a vision. Outstrip means पहचानना. Sky speed means बहुत तेज गति. Vision means काल्पनिक बात. I would never have striven as thus with thee in prayer in my sore need. Oh, lift me as a wave, a leaf, a cloud. I fall upon the thorns of life. I bleed. A heavy weight of hours has chained and wore one too like thee, tameless and swift and proud. Striven means मनाने का यत्न करना. Tameless means जिसको नियंत्रित ना किया जा सके. Here, the poet longs to have a feel of the power of the west wind. He says that if he were a leaf, the west wind might bear him in its airy surge. If he were a swift cloud, he could fly with the wind. If he were a wave in the sea, he could pant beneath its power. Thus he could have a feel of its power. The poet fondly recalls the days of his boyhood. He was then free like the west wind. He used to be a comrade of the west wind. Many a time he would run with the west wind and think that he had outstripped it. But now the poet has lost his youthful energy. He is in a state of deep despair. He has fallen on the thorns of life and is bleeding. The poet says that there was a time when he too was like the west wind. He was tameless, swift and proud, but now the weight of years has chained and humbled him. So the poet implores the west wind to lift him as a wave, a leaf or a cloud. Now let us read the last stanza of this poem. Make me thy lyre even as the forest is. What if my leaves are falling like its own, the tumult of thy mighty harmonies. Lyre means veena, tumult means halchal. Will take from both a deep autumnal tone, sweet though in sadness be thou, spirit fierce my spirit, be thou me, impetuous one. Autumnal tone means पतझड़ रुत वर्गी गंभीर सुर वाली. Impetuous means तीव्र वेग वाली. Drive my dead thoughts over the universe like withered leaves to quicken a new birth, and by the incantation of this burst, scatter as from an unextinguished hearth, ashes and sparks, my words among mankind be through my lips to unawakened earth. Withered means मुरझाए हुए. Incantation means मंत्र, जादू टोना. Unextinguished hearth means सुलगता हुआ चूल्हा. Unawakened earth means सोई हुई धरती. The trumpet of a prophecy. O wind, if winter comes, can spring before behind. Trumpet means vaja, nagada. Prophecy means bhavishyavani. In the last lines of the poem, the poet prays to the west wind to make him his lyre. It should not take into account the falling leaves of the poet. It should blow through the poet's verses as it does through the forest. Both of them lend it a deep autumnal music. This music, though sad, will be sweet in tone. So the poet requests the west wind to drive his dead thoughts over the universe as it does the withered leaves. It should become the trumpet of a prophecy through the poet's lips. It should spread everywhere the poet's optimistic belief that if winter comes, spring can't be far behind. Here, our present poem, Ode to the Best Bin by P.B. Shelley, finally ends. I hope you understand the poem very well. Still, if you have any doubts, please write it in the comment section and I will try to answer your question. This much all in this lecture. Thank you very much for joining us, and please like, share and comment on the video if you like the video, and please subscribe the channel for further such updates. Thank you very much for joining us.